Ice and wind continue to trouble neighborhoods throughout the tri-state. It's the typical scene in Delhi Township. Trees on the ground and dark homes tonight. Paula Suro is live in Delhi, and Paula, folks there experienced this before for sure.
Yeah, you know, guys, Steve was just talking about snow falling. That's something we were seeing here, but you know something else we're seeing? Trees like this one. I've been driving around Delhi Township really all morning, all afternoon, and this is something I've seen all around. Just a ton of trees toppled down, and look at this, just ice falling from the trees. That's something you got to be very careful about because a lot of these branches are just coated with ice, and a lot of people just waking up to tons and tons of trees either in their front yards or their backyards, and a lot of them telling me they haven't seen this many trees on the ground since Hurricane Ike. And this is where really Duke Energy comes in because a lot of these people lost powers. Duke Energy crews have been trying to restore power in many of the hard-hit areas throughout the day, but the trees on the ground, like the tree I just showed you, it really makes it a challenge for them to do so. Crews had to carefully drive past the fallen branches and tree trunks, but in some streets that just really wasn't an option, so they had to call in for help. And meanwhile, a lot of people I spoke to in this area and in Mount Airy are waiting to get their power back. Power they haven't had since 3 in the morning.
I use a CPAP machine, so that's a bad way to wake up. It's a breathing machine. So about 3 in the morning, I tried to take a breath and there was nothing there. I'm like, oh.
It scares me because it's kind of dangerous, and I'm scared the way these trees are so old and they fall on your roof or anything, and then somebody can get hurt, anything, and I don't want that.
You know what people may or may not understand. Not so much wind and storm weather for us. Ice is the worst that we can have on our system in terms of having to combat and restore.
Now, most of the people I spoke to are trying to keep warm with a fireplace. Not a lot had generators, so they hope power comes back as soon as possible. And Ronald Parker, the second man you just heard from, when I was interviewing him, we were very close to a tree just like this one, and we had a tree trunk just fall right in front of us. So you got to be careful, not only when you're driving around, but also where you are walking. And some of the problems we've seen here also are problems that Lisa Smith has been seeing around Butler County.